Cheers. And yeah, it's pretty late, having a bit of a sugar crash. Had a bit too much sugar, so I'm going to run, I think, today. Speaking about running, I read some interesting research. People are like, oh, it's the long runs that hurt you, but apparently it's not how much miles you run in a week, it's how many miles you run in a session that hurts you. So, good to know. Anyways, went off topic, but yeah, I brought my little bandana thing and my little socks. Oh, what's that? Some kind of notification. That, yo, Max Ling, member of the channel. What's up? Hope you're doing good. I'm just Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, I got a notification. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a good day, good night. But yeah, anyways, Max Ling, member of the channel. Thank you so much with the rice ball logo or the rice ball stamp. And I'm a bit sleepy recently. Sugar crash, out of breath, too excited because of the live stream. I haven't done a live stream in a while. I remember 2 days ago, I was like, yo, stay tuned, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow. And then, it didn't happen, and it's not the first time. Yo, Maxling, I'm doing good. I got school starting up again on Monday, so I'm getting some more rest. Yo, that's brutal. What are we today? We're 16? Oh, snap, you start school in 2 days, Max? Yo, RIP. I don't know what grade you're in though, but I'm wishing you the best, Max. I don't know if you're in high school, if you're in college, but yo, if you're going to a new school even, that's exciting. But the school, at the end of the summer, I used to always be really excited. Like, man, can't wait for the new school year to start. Who's in my class? But yeah, the excitement wears off after 2 days. Not gonna lie, and then it's like can't wait for the summer holiday. But me at 28 years old, it's been a while since I had a summer holiday. Is what I want to say, but I just came back from one. When I went traveling a bit for 5 days, I had 17 days off. For those who don't know, I'm in school right now, and it has its perks and downfalls being in school at 28 years old. But we had 17 days of summer holiday, and I got sent the schedule. Apparently, I have 21 days. I think it was 21 days, 23 days, something like that of winter holiday. Let me do the math. It's from the 15th, right? So 15, 16, 20. Yeah, 20 days of winter holiday, which is like absolutely crazy to think about. But yeah, other than that, the downfalls are it just takes over your life. That's all. Bit of complaint right there, but it is what it is. But yeah, and just quick live stream today. Quick live stream, folks. I just finished editing a video, and I enjoy making the videos, but I realize, man, if you take a break, your views just plummet. Yo, Momochi, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good, Momochi. Max Ling up here has school starting on Monday. I don't know if you're in the same boat as Max, but man, that's brutal. But I'm wishing you the best. Oh, yo, Max Ling, dude, at my college, our winter holiday is almost 2 months, which is. Are you in the. Yo, what the heli? But, yo, that's wild. Yo, Max, that's wild. 2 months. That's that's as long as my summer holiday. But yeah, I don't know. It might be because if you're in like Australia or something, I think that's how it works. But for me, winter holiday was usually like 3 weeks, if at that. And my summer holiday was like in college at least it was like 4 months or something wild, or 3 months. It was like 3.5, 4 months depending on when you ended the exams. But yeah, that was epic. Just having 4 months off in college. And I know the computer science kids, they have to do the internship, they have to study, keep it up. But me, Rice Bowl, Rice Bowl, nah, none of that. I didn't do an internship, I didn't study. I just enjoyed my summers. I worked during my summers, and I'm starting to run out of stories. Not gonna lie, like some decently good stories to talk about on the channel. Cause if you don't watch the channel and you just watch the live streams, to get everyone into the loop, I do like story times now, almost like 18-second to 20, like 40-second stories. And yeah, I've been doing this for like 40 days now, and it's like I realized I need to come up with some good stories to progress the channel. And I worked 10 jobs in 10 years. I talked about a lot of these stories, but I'm going to repeat them and put a bit of a twist, if you know what I mean. New editing style and all that. So yeah, you might see some repeats, but we're going to go to the work saga, because I'm going to have to mentally prepare myself, because I'm going to be working again, potentially, guys, in They said the internship is in February, I think, so in like 4 months or something like that. So yeah, I have to get back into that mindset, that work mindset. Like lately, since the class, it's like a full-time program, right? I'm in, but the classes are in. Yo, DD1951, what's up? Hope you're. Oh wait, yo, I missed Momochi. My bad. Not the end of the Rice Bowl Lord. No, 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 not the end. Not the end. Not the end. But more videos to come. But yo, my camera's crooked a bit, I think. DD1951, good morning from Hanoi. Yo, good morning to DD1951 with the triple S tier sticker. Thank you so much. Member of the channel. Maxling, that's super sweet. What field of CS are you thinking of going into? Yo, I'm not in computer science. I'm doing it. Yo, it's closer to a boot camp, but it's like government. Yo, Jessica, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Member of the channel. Thank you for the support. Also with the triple S tier stickers. Haven't said that in a while. I'm forgetting how to say it. Yo, a mango, what's up? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, I'm currently in like a computer like programming thing, programming program. Can't give too much details. It's closer to a boot camp. It's government accredited, but that doesn't really mean much in this market, I think. So yeah, we're going to see if I even find something in the field. But who knows? I might build my own software, try to sell that. I have some ideas. I programmed one. I want to give it away for free, if you know what I mean. So it's not going to be anything profitable. But yeah, I'm trying to think of ideas because I'm trying to have like two good projects for my CV. One of them, I'm happy how it turned out. The other one, we're gonna have to wait and see. But anyways, that's the situation in school right now. But yeah, man, I remember the summer holidays when I was in college used to fly by so fast. I think most kids like I went to like a high achiever college, a high achiever university. Like the folks in my class, the kids in my class, like they were like high achievers. But yo, Maxling, do you have a GitHub page? It seems like Maxling is a CS student. You could confirm or deny that, Maxling. But I do have a CS page. But Dipteroop Data was the support. Thank you so much for the dono, Dipteroop Data. I appreciate it. Yo, like I said, you don't have to do it every live stream. It's like I appreciate it though. It's really generous. But too generous almost. But I appreciate it. Yo, one in chat for DD1951. Thank you for the super chat. But oh snap, yo, Maxling switched from CS to electrical engineering, but I love programming. Yeah, that's the thing. What's good about the program I'm in right now is at least we're not doing all like I already did this before, like before college actually, like linear algebra and calculus and all that. Like before college I did all of that. But at least we don't have to at least we don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. Yo, I gotta get a push up in for dip to roop though. My bad, my bad. Yo, I've been slacking on those. Yo, a push up. Yo, not too much room, unfortunately, to do those nowadays. But yeah, so that's why I'm like kind of enjoying the course. But yeah, if I had to do calculus and linear algebra and all of that again, not for me, no way. But yeah, I have a GitHub, not public. It's not under Rice Bowl. I should maybe make a Rice Bowl GitHub, but I don't want to like push everything to that. And then when I go to a job interview, hey, Rice Bowl, ha! But I might have to do that if I'm in a tight spot, because I'm just gonna read through the messages real quick. Chi X, what's cracking, bro? Hope you're doing well. Yo, Chi X, legendary. For those who don't know, Chi X is a legendary member for Hangman, guessing the words, Wordle, and all that. Yo, Chi X, what's up? Hope you're doing good. CPT Alan Fear, just stopping by. How your day been? Yo, I had a great S tier day. Finishing it up right now. We're going to live stream for maybe a bit more. Then I'm going run, and I'm going to study some PHP. For those who know what that is, Jay Garcia, member of the channel, is the triple S tier sticker. Thank you so much, Jay Garcia. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Bella Joe also says hi. I say hi back. But man, sometimes I do these live streams. I say hi back, and not gonna lie, these live streams seem to like travel far and wide in the different corners of the world. Because two people I used to work with found these live streams, and it's not like I have like a massive people watching, right? Like, yeah, I guess like when I have like a lot of people watching, maybe 4,000 people come, even at that, something like that over the course of a live stream. But like, I've had coworkers comment, so it kind of blows my mind. It is what it is, but The world is a small place. And someone else commented one time about their work situation, and no, not to give too much away, but I'm convinced where they worked was like right by where I used to work. So it's interesting how like we're all living like similar. Like no, I don't even know how to explain to put it into words, but like we're living in proximity, and it's like we're aware of each other, but we never actually like cross passes, if you know what I mean. But I forgot what I was talking about. Something about school, and then we were talking about GitHub, and my bad, my bad. Max, I think, oh yeah, Max went into electrical engineering. Okay, yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember. Man, I don't remember what we were talking about. Rice Bowl was the amnesia. But yeah, anyways, don't have a public thing yet. But yeah, oh yeah, what I wanted to talk about though is like I'm still doing this like YouTube thing semi seriously, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm starting to have a feeling like if I graduate this programming thing and try to find a job next year, I think I graduate in like May or something like that if I graduate on time. There might be some NDA shenanigans, but we're going to see. Hopefully, I graduate on time. What if I can't find a job in programming? I need a plan B, and most of my experience is like food factory. I worked like different jobs in food factories, and then like restaurant experience. But like these wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's like pretty brutal physically, and like the money's no good. So I'm wondering if I could break into like social media market, like I don't know, work for the social media department of a company. Do I have any experience? I mean, these YouTube channels. Do I have a degree in that? No. Do I have any professional experience? No. But like I really feel like from the bottom of my heart I could blow up a social media channel for a company. And I'll tell you exactly how I do it. So let's say for a food company, and you could tell me in the comment section down below, in the chat down below if you think it's a good idea. But like let's say we have a food product, like I don't know, a chocolate bar. A lot of social media companies or a lot of like what a lot of chocolate companies are going to want to do is get like really nice footage of the chocolate bar. And Bella Joe, I've always thought marketing could be fun. Me too, Bella. But I don't know. You could tell me if you think this is a good idea though. So we have a chocolate bar, right? And a lot of companies, what they do to market the chocolate bar is like it's like they just film the bar of chocolate and then people eat the chocolate and it's good. But let me know if this is a triple S tier situation or no. If it would like really do well on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube on all three holy trifecta platforms. What I would do instead of filming the chocolate bar, we film the people who work in the chocolate bar factory. Then we have like a reality TV show, like 60 seconds a day. We follow, I don't know, the forklift operator and his problems. And then next day, we follow the ingredient mixer. And I have a problem with Max from shipping. And then next day, we go to shipping and apparently he has a problem with you. And then, we could do like, I don't know, rate my outfit. And then we could do little recipes also. And, kind of make a reality television show out of the chocolate bar factory. And that's how I would grow the social media channel instead of just like, this is a chocolate bar, 100% natural ingredients. I know compliance wise, yeah, it might be a bit tricky, but I think it would be a good idea, honestly. Like seriously, that's something I could be passionate about. I just don't like. Most likely, people wouldn't want to have a camera waved around in their faces. And also, if there was a company out there that would let me do that and paid me, I don't know, $50,000 a year, and most of the ad revenue off the videos, I would sleep at the office to get footage of the overnight shift also. But I bring my own equipment, like over the years, I have a little thing. I use my personal HD camera on my phone. YouTube sent me a mic the other day. I bring that in. I have a light. I have a black screen, not a green screen. It's like a little thing. And then it's like black felt, and I tried to, that cost me quite a bit, and I wanted to make YouTube videos with it, but it like took too much room, and it was like in the way, and yeah, I had to take it down, basically. I lived with my parents. If I lived alone, And yo, hypothetically, if I lived in an apartment with like a lot of rooms or a house, like yo, I'd set up a room for filming videos, honestly. But, I live with my parents, and my room is pretty small, and it's not something I could just set up in the kitchen. That it was like huge. But anyways, yo, do you think that would be a good idea though? Yo, Max Link, from what I'm hearing, the market is just tough to break into at the moment. It's sweet that you got an internship already. That will look really good on your resume. No, yo, Max Ling, no, no, I don't have an internship. That's the thing. We need to find an internship by February. That's the thing, yo, and I have no idea. I think like what I'm gonna have to do is, I've worked at like 10 companies in the past 10 years. I'm gonna have to call them all up and be like, oh, could you consider me again? But yeah, we're going to see. We're going to have to see what's going to happen with that. Like that's why I'm saying I might not be able to graduate on time because if I can't even secure an internship. But yeah, I'm going to have to get back on the study grind. Like we're finishing up with the outside work, so I'm going to have to hunker down and really lock in, start to wake up earlier. Because right now, I'm waking up between 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. But yeah, so I'm getting a lot of rest. Not gonna lie, it's like beats having to wake up at like I used to wake up at like I used to wake up at like 7:15 a.m. to go to work, and I was supposed to arrive at the office at 7:30. But then I realized, my bosses only come in at 9, so I'd go in at like 8:50. But yeah, or else I would have had to wake up at like 6 a.m. or like leave the house at 6 a.m. because it was pretty far. It was like an hour and a half, like minimum away was the traffic and all that. But yeah, Anyways, don't recommend. Yo, we're getting a few comments right here. But Bella Joe, that could be. But just to clear the air, I don't have an internship. Bella Joe, that could be cool. It would really personalize it. Yo, my bad, yo. I would love to do it. I just don't know if the companies would let me. Yo, Jake Garcia, ain't no way he's gonna sleep over at work for $24 an hour. Yo, we're gonna get back to that. Yo, Shuriken Zone, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Happy Saturday, Rice Bowl and company. Yuki31, what's up? Hope you're doing good also. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone had a good Saturday. But yeah, yo, Jay Garcia, it's funny you mentioned that. Ain't no way he's gonna sleep over at a factory for $24 an hour. Yo, I used to get paid $19 an hour. And when you work in like research and development at these food factories, if they're releasing a new product, and it's happening at, okay, look, I'll get you. Yo, Matsling has to go. Alright, peace out, peace out. See you, Matsling. Thank you so much for joining us today, though. But yo, Bella Joe, when I used to work, I wanted to do videos for the Facebook page, and they didn't want them. Yo, that's what I don't understand. Like, yeah, like Facebook, I don't really know how Facebook marketing works, but yo, they should really like. I don't know what you were working at. If it was like a restaurant or if it was like a big company, like I don't know. Let's find a name of a big company like I don't know. I don't know. Like Microsoft. Yeah, maybe they don't want random people like filming their stuff, but like these mid-sized to small companies would 100% benefit from like marketing on these shorter platforms. I think like just the ad revenue would help them out. I feel, because me like just think about this like me I'm basically a nobody. I'm just one guy with like no resources really. Like I have my phone, I have a little light I bought for $30. The laptop I used, I bought it 6 years ago, was ad revenue that I earned over like it was ad revenue. I'm still using it. The camcorder I'm using, I believe I got it in 2015, something like that. So it's been 10 years, and that's all my equipment mostly. I have a few like other things, but and I still was able to amass, I would say, I don't know, like 40 odd million views. Imagine if I had resources and like people financing. Like, I really think like, yo, if they gave me a shot, if they gave me a shot. But oh, it's kind of like a gift shop. That would do Waldo, Bella. That would have, they're missing up. They're a loss. But Jay Garcia, just to get back to your point, that's like $26 in Canada, but I'm not sure what the rate is. Like, just to get back to your point, let me explain, like sleeping in the car and all that, sleeping at the office. I slept in my car once for a job that pays $19 an hour. And for those who don't know, I used to work in like product development and like I was a assistant product developer in the Department of Research and Development. It was my first like job out of college, right? And it was for a food factory also. And when you release a new product, you got to make sure like everything's being respected, the packaging is correct, because you don't want to send like a crappy product to the customer when they're receiving their product for the first time. Like it's not a good look. It's like you have to be really vigilant. And sometimes just on how like the allergens work and all that, because sometimes like if you use something with like, I don't know, sesame, you need to clean the line and that takes time, and then you could pass like the non-allergic version of the product. And when you release a new product, sometimes the timings are weird, and the production of the new product only starts at, let's say, I don't know, 11 p.m. or midnight. And gotta be honest, like most of the bosses aren't there. Like none of the upper management is there for like 12 p.m. And if you're at a place that doesn't have a dedicated night shift, there's a high chance that it's going to be you, i.e., like a person like me, like an assistant product developer, or like some lowly quality control. I used to do it at also like quality control technician, like because on the totem pole we're pretty low. Oh yo, Detox, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Yo, a new face in the live stream. Hope you're doing good, Detox. Welcome to the show. The show. The show. But yeah, so they need people around, right? And one time they called me up and they were like, they didn't even call me up. Like 2 days before, they're like, "Yo, Rice Bowl, we're going to need you to come in at like, what did they say, 5 p.m. and then just work your 9 hours, and we just need you to collect the packaging, the stickers for the packaging, make sure the product looks nice, some samples and all that." And I already know because it's like it's so stressful, and I know why they asked me, because there was like I had a coworker who lived closer by, but it was like their work was a bit iffy, don't want to be that guy. It's like they tried, don't get me wrong, they tried, but they needed like they needed someone with good eyes, basically, who didn't wear glasses, if you know what I mean. Or no, that's not nice to people who wear glasses, but you know what I mean, people who have like attention to detail. And then like I get in, I roll in, whatever, at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. The product comes out at like, I don't know, it comes out at like 1 a.m. There was delays. And then yeah, I was like, man, no, this one wasn't a bread factory though, Jay. This was a different product, federally regulated, federally regulated. It was like I guess I could say it. It was like meat. It was a meat product. Yo, the one American guy, what's up? Hope you're doing good. A new face the to the show. Hope you're doing good, that one American guy. I'm from Louisiana, so I know a thing or two about America. But what was I? What was I? So yeah, so the product comes out 1 a.m. I get the products, and the product. uh, Basically, when the product comes out, you need to have like good samples, because we have to send them to the head office, the head honchos, because they need to take pictures for marketing. And let me be honest with you, a lot of these products that come out don't look nice. I already know the head office is going to be like, yo, these are no good, and I'm going to have to hear it, and oh, there's no more of the product, and it's going to be a big panic. So I go in and I pack my own product, basically using the machines as the supervisor, the line supervisor. Then I take some scissors and trim, and if there's like a piece of parsley on the packaging, I have to use like a toothpick and like do some like food designing, food makeup, basically. And then okay, whatever, okay, and it takes longer than expected. Finished at 6 a.m. is what I want to say. Or it was like 5 a.m. I think. So I did like a 12-hour shift. I was only paid for 8 hours. Whatever, no overtime at that company. And I slept in my car. And oh yo, what's up, Neil? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good, Neil. But the whole time I thought Rice was Canadian. He may be, but oh snap! That one American guy has been here for a while. Bella Joe, Louisiana, fresh is where it's at. Travel, travel. Na Frank, what's up? Hope you're doing good. I think. I'm late also. I think Travel Na Frank is a new face too. Oh yo, from Kenya, yo, that's wild. Yo, shout out to the Kenyan viewers. I don't know, yo. I don't know if Rice Bowl has if I have like a huge Jay Garcia whoosh. I don't know if I have a huge following in Kenya, or in the African continent in general. But yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. I think it's like basically on the other side of the world, which is crazy. But yo, Kenya, thank you so much. Or not Kenya. Travel Na Frank, thank you so much for watching all the way, seriously, from the other side of the world in Kenya. One in chat for Frank. But hope you're doing good. Shout out to all the Kenyan viewers out there. But Neil, this stream is a triple S tier situation. Thank you so much, Neil. I don't have a lot to talk about, so I really have to like pull out some memories. Like really, really open up all the different drawers and the compartments in the drawers. But yeah, that's the situation. So I ended up sleeping in my car, and then 8 a.m. comes around, and not gonna lie, I only slept for 4 hours, and I didn't want to drive back at 5 a.m. because it was like if I no matter how fast I go, like no traffic, it would have still taken me like an hour to get home. When there's traffic, it takes like 2 hours, an hour and 40 minutes. And I was like, yo, this is dangerous. So I slept in my car, and before leaving, I remember like I brought a pillow, like from my mom's couch. Actually, I took a pillow off of it just to put between the seats, and I had one of the best sleeps of my life actually. But I was so paranoid that I was going to get caught. And when I woke up at like 8 a.m. So I got maybe 4 hours of sleep, five. Like I don't remember, so 3 hours of sleep. It might have been 9 a.m., but I didn't sleep all that much. I was like, yo, I need to go to the bathroom. But yeah, it was too awkward. I didn't have a bottle, so yeah, that I didn't come prepared well enough, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's the story on when I slept in my car. And people, in school, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, let me just get. Apparently Jay Garcia is from Africa also because of his ancestors. Hey, Jay Garcia. Shuriken Zone somehow also has a number one crown logo. I don't know how that happened. The stream is always triple Lester. I think it's like a sink tank. No other stream is like that. It's inimitable. Yeah, I don't know if it's like for everyone though. I appreciate the word Shuriken, but it's like, when I scroll through live streams, it's like relatively speaking, I think my streams are like not as popular as like some of these brain rot streams, like giving away gift cards. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's a hard balance. Like these live streams, I'm really doing what I like. It's just talking, and it's the videos where I'm trying to chase views. But honestly, I like how we have like a small friendly community here, and it's like the closest, like not a personal interaction, parasocial interaction. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like it's like an exchange. It's like a conversation, if you know what I mean. But you know, yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about, and my Louisiana twang came out there, but um uh I don't know. Sometimes, like, just to have stuff going on the screen, instead of just me talking, I wonder, like, maybe I should put these colorful blocks with crowns are terrible. Yeah, it's YouTube's new feature. It's YouTube's new feature. I don't know. Like, I'd rather have them like instead of like them like doing this kind of thing. I'd rather have them do some kind of thing where I could like give away memberships or something. But no, but number one is good. It means you're the top. You're the top fan. Yeehaw, I'm American. Jay Garcia knows where it's at. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So that's the story on how I slept in my car one time at a rate of $19 an hour. Getting sleepy. Speaking about sleeping, I still have to run. I skipped yesterday, and lately I'm getting a bit lazy with the running, so I really have to get back into the exercise in general. Looking back, I used to be pretty like I used to be pretty intense on exercise. I used to go swimming every night because I wanted to use the showers and saunas for free, like 6 times a week. And then, after that, I transitioned to stationary bike, and then I started doing steps, and then I started running a lot, hurt myself, and then like reduced the mileage, and then like mostly treadmill running because it's so cold and dark here. You're going to run it, yeah, on the treadmill though, on the treadmill, Yuki, on the treadmill. But yeah, just for half an hour, something like that. Beljo, wait, are you really from Louisiana? Louisiana. No, yes, I'm from Louisiana. But Jay Garcia, switch the gifted subs to $1. It would be easier to gift. Lol, I'm gonna look into it because, I'll look into it, Jay, because I think the minimum starts at $5. You could fact check me, but seriously, if I could switch it down to $1, I'm gonna check because I'll do that. Because I just want people to be able to use the stickers, like the S tier, the triple S tier, and all that. But I wanted to put it out for free, but YouTube didn't let me. I tried to put it out for even 1 cent, but they're like the minimum is 99 cents. But if someone could like quickly like confirm or deny if we could like switch the price to gifted subs to 99 cents. Like, yo, 100% I'm gonna do that. But the Yuki 31, try jump roping. It's fun. You can learn tricks. Yo, I used to. So speaking about jump rope in elementary school, the teachers was like, "Yo, for exercise, we want to promote like a healthy lifestyle and exercise. We're going to start doing like this jump rope day thing once a year." Maybe they did it just one time when I was like in grade 4 or 5, and lo and behold, I Rice Bowl did not know how to jump rope, and I was embarrassed. You know, I was embarrassed. So then I told my dad like, "Yo, what should I do now?" So I don't know if we had a jump rope, but no, he bought me a jump rope. It was this paddling, and it was made out of like these black fibers with like black handles. I remember, yeah. And then he was like, "Yo, we're gonna." He helped me practice outside a bit, and then during that week, I became really good at the jump rope. I was able to crisscross applesauce and like do the double jumps. And yo, I don't want to be that guy, and I'm sure no one from elementary school remembers this, but yo, I stood out. Like yo, I got all the tricks. Like I stood out for real. And in the graduation book in the back, it was a lot of group photos, but there was a photo just of me doing the jump rope. I should bring down my elementary school graduation book, but yo, and then after that, I started doing it for exercise and all that. But yo, I don't know. I stopped doing the jump rope, unfortunately. Shuriken zone. This time of year, the heat causes me to get less exercise for sure. The heat and humidity in Atlanta is oppressive. Yo, I can only imagine because Atlanta is like a bit down south, right? So man, you guys are probably at like 100 degrees or more. Yo, Jay Garcia, name 5 things about the Louisiana Purchase. Yo, the Louisiana Purchase from France. That was a historical moment. Yo, if you could go back in time, money was made for sure. They made their money back for sure off the Louisiana Purchase, because that land, the value of the land, if you know what I mean. Bella Joe, okay, I was like, what? Jay Garcia, I don't know how to swim. No, yo, Mia, yo, I have a story for everything. Yo, I didn't know how to swim for the longest time either. And it was only in grade 6. I drowned I almost drowned, on a class outing because I wanted to like prove myself, and I went to the deep end, and man, not a good situation. They had to drag me up, but yeah, one of my teachers. I went to swimming school for like 6 years or something, even longer probably, like 8 years or something like that. I was just scared of the water, but then one of my swimming teachers was like, "Yo, hold on to this brick and touch the bottom of the deep end," and I started crying. My goggles started filling up with my tears, but I was like, "Yo, I have to do this." Then, I was able to go. The deep end would have probably been like 7 feet. It wasn't like a real deep end, but I was able to overcome my fear of swimming after that. And after that, I just started like practicing a lot, a lot, a lot. But it's just having to like overcome that fear of deep water at first, which is scary. And after that, it's just practice after that, I think. But yo, Neil, have you driven across that super long bridge in Louisiana? Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to. I have driven from the East Coast to the West Coast almost twice now. And honestly, scenic wise, Montana, North Dakota, wow, amazing. Seriously, like especially Montana, like wow, you're like, and I'm not sure if we passed Wyoming. I don't think we did, but Montana, wow, was beautiful. Yo, Kuro Choco doesn't know how to swim either. Yo, like I said, it's just overcoming the fear of water and practice. But and you need someone who knows how to swim, who could teach you. But a burnt Krabby Patty. What's up? Hope you're doing good, burnt Krabby Patty. Yo, bro, we need a jump rope stream. Yo, I don't know where my jump ropes are. I used to be really into it because I had knee pain and I wasn't able to run, and I still need to get cardio in. And then I saw stats where it's like you burn the most calories jump roping. So there was a time in my life where I used to jump rope a lot, a lot, a lot when I was like 20, 21. And yeah, it's probably true you burn more calories jump roping than running. Sure, okay, I'm not going to deny the science, but I'm not, it's so boring. It's like I'm not, so I used to do it listening to podcasts, but still, like, it's so boring. So yeah, I'm more of a runner, if you know what I mean. The Yuki 31 LMAO, you need to become a pro jump rope out of fear. I love that. Yeah, same thing with spinning a plate on a stick, because I remember we had a talent show for Japanese school. I think it was in like in grade. I was young. I was like 8 or 9 years old, and then I told everyone like, "Yo, my talent is to spin a plate on a stick," and I didn't know how to do it, but that was my talent. And I went back home and I told my dad, and we practiced, we practiced a lot, and I think I cried once or twice because I basically had to learn how to spin a plate on a stick in a week, and I practiced a lot, and then my dad also he told me how to structure my performance. So he's like, "Okay, it's going to be good if at first you give like the plate and the stick to a parent and you have them try it out first and they're going to fail and then you give it back and you quickly do it and it's going to be like Wah! And I did that and it was a hit. I remember. And yeah, I did it the year after that also. And people were like because new kids, new parents at the Japanese school, highlight of my life. But yeah, I do well under basically when I have a deadline I do well, like same with school. For work also, but if I don't have a deadline, man, the procrastination gets to me. Bella Joe, I was never coordinated enough to, I'm not too sure if we're still on swimming or not, but, if I'm able, you're able, like, 100% I promise. Like, I'm not some special, like, ass leader. Look, I'm able to do all these random skills, but, like, I'm not special is what I'm trying to say. If you just put some time and effort to it, like 100% you're able. Shuriken Zone, yeah, I was well known in high school. Unfortunately, they wrote a senior spotlight article on me in the school newspaper. That was my, it reminds me of the time when they tried to make me, they tried to, no, anyway, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that now, but Shuriken Zone. Yeah, that must have been, is it because you were throwing shurikens at high school though? Is that why they did a spotlight on you? Now I'm curious. Momochi and Small don't know how to swim either. Surprisingly, it's a lot of people, because when I was growing up, it was like me and another person. It was just me and another person who didn't know how to swim. Out of a class of like 35 kids. Shurikens on Adno, you mean the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway? I've been across that many times in the middle. You can't see land in any direction. I'd love to. I'm gonna check it out, maybe for the next weekend. But, Jake Garcia, walking is still burning the calories, or walking is still the calorie burning king. That's true. And I remember when I walked, how many miles? For the American people out there, maybe I would say like 27 miles, something like that. It was like over 40 kilometers. And, it was crazy. I had like blisters and all that, and don't get me wrong, my leg hurt, and, it was crazy. Video on my channel if you want to check it out. And, I got a bleeding nose at the end and all that, like, not a good scene. And nausea on the bus on the way home. It took me like 8 hours because I had to take breaks. But, I burned like 2,500 calories, and I'm like, man, imagine if I had to burn that through running. I think it was 2,500, I don't remember. I might be no, look, I might be misremembering now. I don't know, I believe it was like a crazy amount of calories. But yeah, that's the situation. That's the situation. Walking is still the king though, yeah, because it's like so accessible, low impact. But for me it just takes too much time to like reach the number, so I prefer running. But just as a daily activity, walking triple S tier situation, can't deny that. But me, I edit the videos, study, so I need to get like my heart rate up a bit. So I run, but start by walking. It's like it's phenomenal. Keep at it. The important thing with cardio is just to find one and keep doing it that you enjoy. So running, I love running. Like I'm wearing my running shirt with my running watch, and I have Snorlax. I have wireless earphones, so I can go run. But it might not be for you. Just like how jump rope was fun for at first, and then it got boring. It might, if the elliptical is for you, the stairmaster, I don't know, the bike, anything. Just find one. My recommendation to people are scared of cardio. I think I know why, and a lot of like fitness influencers trash cardio also. But my recommendation is cardio because your heart is a muscle also. Neil, I want to give a disclaimer though, I'm not a certified coach, these are just personal opinions. Neil, swimming is overrated, we don't have gills or web-toes. Humans who seek deep water have poor survival instincts. You're not wrong, it's like humans who seek heights, right? We don't have wings. Bella Joe, well, that's how I learned to parallel park the day before my driver's test. Speaking about driver's tests, I live like I live in an area where you basically don't need to parallel park in your everyday life. So during the test, we didn't have parallel parking, but it's a lot of like that mall parking where it's like it's like grid parking. And my teacher was like, "Yo, they're gonna ask you to reverse park." And then during the class, the day before my test, we went out to practice. My last class was teacher, and we practiced, and I wasn't able. And he was like, "Yo, it's okay. Like, we can practice more when you come back." He thought I was going to fail, but then I went out and it was my mom like an hour after, and I just practiced reverse parking nonstop, nonstop, and then I nailed it during the test. That was a rush. That was a rush, and I passed, and my teacher was a bit surprised. But yeah, people don't have too much confidence in me sometimes. Yuki Surden, OMG, Mr. Bull, you're literally like the main character in the show. You just keep gaining skills and overcoming obstacles. Yo, the one thing I'm unable to get though, honestly, is a job that pays decently. Yo, this is the one thing, that I'm chasing after in life, but I'm unable. Like, yo, I have all these skills, right? Like, seriously, like, I'm decent at skating, decent at running, decent at look. I'm decent at Rubik's cube, decent at swimming. I don't know. Even racket sports. I used to do badminton, tennis, squash, ping pong. Got into pickleball recently. Baseball, I was okay at also. Um, uh, and then all my little random hobbies, like the jump rope. I don't even know spinning the plate on the stick, stained glass magic. But yeah, the thing is, okay, that's great. But the only thing is, I'm just unable to land a job that pays decently. And when I was like younger, it didn't bother me, and it doesn't really bother me now. But thinking about the future is like, man, if I want a family in the future, need to support a family. Like, $19, $22 an hour. Like for USD people out there, that's like $16 an hour or something. It's not going to cut it. So it's like, I'm just trying to lock in, if you know what I mean. Decent at making YouTube videos. But Neil at the Shuriken Zone, yeah, that's the exact one. I hear the station a cop in the middle since some folks freak out. Yo, that's actually wild. I gotta go visit. Maybe next week, and maybe we could live stream and drive across the bridge. Jay Garcia was the S tier logo. I think I saw a study that claimed incline walks are the best way to burn fat. It's possible because I think it's doing low heart rate exercises over a long period of time that burns fat. So it makes sense because high intensity, it burns the glycogen stores at first. Like I think, right? You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it burns your glycogen stores at first. So it's better to keep your heart rate lower. So yeah, it would make sense because if you're running, you're not able to keep your heart rate that low. But Kurochoku, 1 hour of moderate intensity exercise or 30 minutes of very intense exercise for the same results. I mean, it depends for the person, like, some people have time constraints, so they have to go for the 30-minute option. But if you're just, like, not an athlete and you just want to, look, I'm not an expert in all that, but if you're doing intense, it's hard to maintain it, or, like, it says right here, very intense exercise, it's hard to maintain every day, so you're probably going to get hurt most likely, and there's no reason, like if you're not a pro athlete, like I don't know, it's like it's good to chase like faster times, but like at a certain point, if you want to run like I don't know, a 17 minutes 3 miler, yeah, you really gotta put in the work, like the intensity, and for most people, I don't know, it's like not gonna say it's unnecessary, but you're risk to getting injured, so yeah, maybe like 1 hour of moderate exercise is good. Or intensity is good. It's better because it's more like you could do it more like without getting hurt. But me, I usually take the intense route, and I have a bunch of problems right now. So yeah, take my advice as a grain of salt. I think I'm really behind on the chat. What's up to LT3 Kirby? What's up? I unfortunately there are no mods. Jay Garcia. Lalo, what's up? Hope you're doing good also. Shiken Zone, well, I was known for being a martial artist in high school. I guess that was only part of it. To give you an idea, my nickname was the General, and everyone called me that. Even some teachers, you must have commanded respect at school, honestly, Shuriken Zone. Like, the General. Um, uh, that's wild, actually. But watch online running watch. Shouldn't we be chasing after no pun intended. Kurochoko sounds like Shuriken was a very disciplined student. Yo, sounds like Shuri sounds like the general. I don't even know how to react, Shuriken. I don't I don't even know how to react. Yo, that's wild. But they used to call me. By the way, they used to call me the underwater torpedo. Is what I want to say. But what they used to call me, they used to meme my YouTube handle. That's what they used to call me. Kurochoko, you should be on reality TV, right? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Layla, the job market, it sucks. I mean, I'm not too sure. I'm going to be applying for jobs, and I'm probably going to fall victim to the job market when that comes around in February when I'm like searching like crazy. Because up till now, I've been working these jobs at like like gotta be honest, most people in society don't really want to work. So it hasn't been a struggle. Never risked a layoff, and like no, not gonna lie, it's like they were pretty lenient with me because it's probably like a bit trickier to find like decent workers. So I got away with a lot at all these jobs, not gonna lie. But if I'm looking for a more proper job and all that, I don't think I'm gonna be able. Quite frankly, don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but just saying the truth. What time is it? Don't want to be too late. 23:20. I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream soon, guys. Belladonna, hello, Mr. Bull. I'm currently on a road trip back home. Are you doing a road trip in the States? Because if that's the case, lots to see, lots to eat, lots of fast food. That's triple Lester, or no, not triple, the single Lester situation. Have a safe drive, Belladonna. Beljo, yeah, jobs don't want to pay much. I made 12 an hour, yo. Yeah, I understand though. It's like the margins are like the margins are thin or whatever. But I've worked at some companies that make like a disgusting amount of money. Like to be fair, I don't know what their profit margins were, but it's like, you hear about the other investments they have, and it's like, man, you could afford to pay these people $2 more an hour, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Layla, Red Bull, what's your ethnicity? I have some Japanese in me, some Canadian in me, some American in me, some Irish in me, some German in me, and apparently I have some Aboriginal in me, like not like non-ironically, something about my grandfather's great grandmother or something like that, but just a bit, but it's just a bit. But yeah, it's like like Canadian, American, Japanese, like wombo combo mix, if you know what I mean. But Belgium, I think that's the minimum wage where I live. Depending on, yeah, I'm not even too sure what that's like. But like where you live, like $12 an hour. It must be tough. Like assuming you're in the States, like I can't think of a single area in the States where like $12 an hour would be enough to like just live. Man. Jay Garcia, you gotta make like 30 USD here just to afford food comfortably. 30, 60,000 a year, which comes out to like, that's a, man, that's a lot. It's like 80 grand Canadian. Snap. Vanessa Marquez, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Um, uh, Hope you're doing good. Welcome to the Rest Bowl live stream. Jay Garcia, you should go run. Getting late. Maybe 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes and we'll end the live stream, I think. Just to get to the messages. I missed a lot. Okay, I'm gonna have to. George Santiago, hope you're doing good. I'm just gonna be like one of those live streamers you see on vertical live streams. I'm getting a bit tired. Now I'm like reaching for the phone, so I'm gonna hold it like this, and it makes me look like amateur a bit here. I'm just gonna hold it like this, but okay, well, this is a new feeling. That's crazy. Neil knows where Jay lives. We're not going to dox anyone, though. Lila, I think I'm cooked, my friends, and I won't get tired at all. I might have to be a garbage person. What's the proper term? It's like sanitary waste disposer or something like that. Like, apparently, I'd be down to try it out, not gonna lie, because it pays decent. You have benefits and you get to work. You get to work. It's an active job. I've never worked an office job. Only 3 weeks in my life I've worked an office job. So I don't know how I would do it in an office. Like these active jobs I enjoy, but I'd I'd like to try it out, like off the back of a truck. But I think it's like I think it's tricky to get jobs like that because they have a lot of applicants because the benefit you're working for the city, right? So it's like the government, so it like pays decent and you get the benefits and all that. But anyways, yo, Layla, I want to go to culinary school. Yo, my recommendation is to before you go to culinary school is you should go work at a restaurant first as a cook to see if you enjoyed, because or else you're gonna like be in a lot of debt and all that, and it's not a life for everyone. So my recommendation is to work at a restaurant, like first, and if you enjoy it, then go to culinary school, because restaurant is one of those. Honestly, it's like one of those jobs, one of the few jobs that are left where it's like it doesn't really matter, like really who you are and like your connections or anything like that. It's how are you able to like work properly and are you able to like perform on the line? And if you don't do like substances and if you're not like even more perfect. But yeah, it's like I worked at like five places or something like that, and I don't have a culinary school degree or anything like that, but my recommendation is to work at restaurants first because I was just like you. I'm gonna assume you're like a bit younger because when I was like in I think I was like in high school actually. I wanted to go to culinary school or like baking school or something like that. And I went into food science and I wanted to switch on. I'm like, food science, I don't know. And I'm happy, looking back, I'm happy I didn't because I would have like pigeonholed myself into like this one career. And not gonna lie, it's tough. Maybe if you could work at the casino, it looks better, but it's a tough life, honestly. But I want to work at a restaurant again lately, so I don't know. But my recommendation is try working at a restaurant just a bit to see if you like it. But Jay Garcia wants to be an astronaut when he grows up. Yo, question Tuesday for the win. Member of the channel, thank you so much. Hope you're doing good. But George Santiago, Nike treat me good. Able to promote fast, making 30 an hour. Yo, George Santiago, I remember, George was talking highly of his job, which is respectable and which is good because it's it's hard to find people like that nowadays. A lot of people are like, the company I work at is total crap. They don't care. But it's good that George is respected at work. Layla is Jamaican. Shout out to the Jamaican viewers. Shuriken Zone, Recipe, you're already done great things, and I've no doubt that they'll do great things in the future. Sometimes it's just a little tough for Renaissance man. Always has been, but you'll make it. We were born too early for our time. Yeah, I take that back. Momochi bro is everything, missing a lot though. Corn, what's up to Corn? Hope you're doing good. But Deyuki31 I'm really behind on chat, I think. I'm gonna speed it up. Multi-talented and multicultural, double whammy, it's double wombo combo, triple Esther situation. It seems there's like something going on with Corn and Layla in the chat, but I'm not too sure. I'll leave that between them, I think. But well, Bella Joe, rent is like 500. Depending on the conditions of the apartments and all that, that seems pretty good because like rent around me seems to be at least 1,000. So in USD it would be like, it would be like 700, 600. So yeah, it's a lot, Bella. Man, yeah, me too, me too. I live with my parents, so, it makes two of us. Momochi, I was making a joke. Snap. I think I'm really behind, guys. Okay, Shuriken Zone, and yeah, the whole general thing was a bit wild in high school. I disliked it until I learned to live with it. Hey, but at least no one ever gave me any flack. That was nice, Like I said, you must have commanded respect in the room. Like, people just saw you and they had to respect you, like the general. I mean, like maybe they were memeing you. It's possible, but memes didn't exist. I assume when you're in high school, So I think I think they respected you. Jay Garcia wants some ice cream. I had 2 cones of ice cream. Video's probably going to come out soon. But, Layla is eating the ice cream. But, okay. I'm gonna have to, holy smokes, I'm really behind in the chat. Okay, wait, let me just, Alan Tot 917, long-time viewer of the channel. Hope you're doing good. I don't know if you're still around. Because, I'm really behind, but, Yo, people are getting blocked. Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not too sure. Yeah, yo, I'm not too sure what's going on anymore, folks. I'm not too sure. I'm a bit behind on the chat, but yo, okay. I'm not too sure, but oh, yo, Alan Todd is still here. That's wild, yo. Yo, Alan Todd, yo, I remember you've been watching for like a while, you know. So, yo, thank you so much for the long time support. But yo, Momochi talking about the Gen Z slang was everyone the Gen Z slang. I'm not too sure. Yo, I missed a lot of the convo. My bad, guys. Shuriken Zone. I need to skedaddle, but take care, Rice Bowl and Company, and I'll catch you on the flip side. And yeah, the general thing was serious. I thought it must have been a joke myself initially, yo. Yo, that's wild, actually. That's wild. But yo, Shuriken Zone, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good evening. I'm trying to get this phone to stand. See, that's what I'm saying, yo. I'm a very low budget production show. Um, uh, Question Tuesday for the win. Quick, everyone, stop talking to Rice Bowl so catch up. No, okay. Oh, yo, wait. Ah! Okay, wait. It's too complicated, so I'm just gonna do it like those live streamers who are like, you know those live streamers I'm talking about. Sometimes they seem a bit crazy and they're like freehanding and they're like they say crazy things. Is what I'm gonna say, but Jake Garcia, I just work and sleep. Don't keep up with the slang. Yeah, me either. You know, I know about Skibbity Riz and like what the helly and all that, but all the other slang I'm not too familiar with, unfortunately. The Yukis everyone law, don't worry, you don't miss much. Half the chat is just chatting amongst themselves. Yo, that's good, you know. It's like oh, I'm dating myself right now, but it's like MSN Messenger from back in the day. Bro is gone and we're just falling. Jay Garcia, the best way to scare Gen Z is a job application. I mean, yo, if I had the option, you know, I wouldn't want to work, but yo, we have to. I'm in school right now, like I said, but yo, I don't blame people for not wanting to work because like yo, a lot of these jobs, and I worked a lot of them, they're not that great to be honest. These companies don't really take care of you, and then I don't want to rehash everything, but it's like then they say stuff to you, and you're supposed to feel grateful for like not much they provide. Like if I worked in like really good conditions and all that, maybe I'd be more inclined. But when you're working in like these factory environments, and then you have people who are like having Saturday off as a privilege. So we're not going to give you like essential worker pay bonus, no, because you have Saturdays off. It starts to rub you the wrong way a bit, you know. But anyways, I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer. But I know you're just making a joke, Joe. I know you're just making a joke, Jay Garcia. Um, uh, I think job is a trigger word, or not a trigger word, but it's a censored word on a lot of stream chats also, though, unironically. Have a good run, man. I've been through the rounds on jobs, big to startups. Snap. Always happy to give thoughts and advice. On the next live stream, we should talk about jobs and employment. I'm interested. But, Gen Alpha Brain Rot. Yeah, like Momochi says, you just have to keep on sending applications. Beljo, had a kid look at me and say, I still have no clue. Okay, I'm really falling behind on chat. No, don't say employment or say no to work or yo, are we, oh snap. Yo, Jay Garcia, we might have to censor these words. But with that being said though, we've been streaming for close to an hour. I only wanted to stream for half an hour, but streaming is fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy not gonna lie though, not most, all the Gen Z people I've worked with, because I'm borderline not Gen Z, it turns out. I'm like 1 month before Gen Z, I think so. I'm the last month to be a millennial. I think the cutoff is 96 or something like that. But or the last year, sorry. Yeah, like Corn says, at this point we live at work and visit home. There was a lady at work who used to tell us métro Dodo, Bulo. And that translates to metro, and then Dodo is sleep, and Bulo is work, and it rhymes, and it was funny. But yo, she isn't wrong. She isn't wrong. Yeah, yo, yeah, like Yuki says, I'm 1 year before the cutoff of Gen Z, so I'm a millennial. So what I'm gonna say is all the Gen Z people I've worked with have been like, pleasure to work with. There was a couple, okay, there was a couple, but they were younger. But all the Gen Z people now that I work with who are like 26 and all that, like, no complaints, no complaints. Yeah, yo, it's kind of weird when you're born in '96 because it's like you're a '90s kid, but also it's like, I mean, I don't really relate to people who are like 38 years old either, if you know what I mean. But anyways, I'm just going to have a glug of water, and I think I'm going to end the stream, guys. YouTube came out with this new function where it like ranks the fans. I don't know if like I'm a really fan of like ranking people and all that. But yo, number one fan for the stream, tied in first place. There's 10. Oh, there's a lot actually. 12 users are tied to first place. Momochi, Shuriken, Skeleto, Jay, Max, Alentot, Neil, Yuki, Kurochoko, Bella Joe, Watcher, Travel, Frank, Question Tuesday for the win, The One American, George, Dip the Roop, Vanessa. Oh no, my bad, my bad. Yo, now I'm just reading everyone off. Vanessa, Jessica, Skin on Chicken Bone, a Mango, CPT, and Chi. Yo, we got a lot of participation today. But yo, yeah, yo, it seems like there's a lot of younger people out here. I'm kind of surprised because I thought the main viewers of this channel were like close to my age when I look at the stats, but live streams might be something else. I have to be a good influence to the next generation. That's what it is. Anyways, I hope everyone has a good day, good evening, good night, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. I want to thank everyone. Oh, Layla only watches the lives. If you could help support the channel and watch the shorts also, I try to post every day. And, this is the one last thing I want to. I got. The only other streams I gotta moderate in. Oh, you watched the shorts? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Like now, the short views are it exploded. Last month we got like 600K views. Thank you for the support, guys. But yeah, it's like I took 4 days off. I was gone. I took 4 days off, and man, the views plummeted, and it's hard to like get back into the groove of things. So it's really like it's like a toxic relationship. You have to like keep putting effort into the shorts, or else it's like you lose everything, and then but you still keep coming back. But yeah, YouTube, it's like it's tricky like that. You take 4 days off and you come back, and it's like starting from scratch basically again. Thanks for binging the shorts, Corn, and everyone else, Alan, Todd, Layla also. I'm mod for Doris XG. I'm not too. I don't know if Doris XG is I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. It must be like some kind of I like wearing shorts. But shorting a stock, haha. But yeah. Like the Yuki 31 says, it's like very unforgiving with consistency. Like I'm gone for a bit, and then we forgot about Rest Ball, so it's like you gotta upload every day, gotta upload every day. And yesterday, or 2 days ago, I almost missed the upload because I had to study for a test I wasn't prepared for and all that. But I made it work. I made it work. Cause like I say, I wanna put some effort into the channel this year. Cause in case I can't find a job in tech, I think my backup plan is going to be to apply in social media marketing or something like that. And I have to show that I have a bit of experience in social media. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for the support. Dip Durup also for the dono. I appreciate it. We got 20 people watching, which is wild to think about. Yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching today. I hope everyone has a good day, good night, good evening. Some folks are going back to school. Some folks are only starting a Sunday tomorrow. Wherever you are in the world, thanks so much for watching, supporting the shorts, the live streams, and leaving comments in the chat. Because again, if I don't have comments in the chat, I can't keep going. I can't keep going for an hour or two. So yeah, that's the situation. So I just want to thank everyone once again for their participation. You know, it's not like you know, these shorts are really like, you know, it's not like a job or anything. I just really enjoy doing it for the audience interaction. You know, watch it online, need more long. So I have ideas. I feel like they would do so well. I just don't have the time to edit or film. Like I could film a day in the life, but it's like, you know, it's so jam packed right now. Honestly, like really, it's jam packed right now, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Maybe when I graduate school, I think like when I graduate school, I'm gonna try to find like some long term employment and like I'm gonna have to figure. I'm gonna have to lock in, you know, and then once I start working, you know, I'm gonna have to getting back to YouTube, and you know, I might start to monetize this channel a bit more by doing longs and all that, cause if I'm going to be moving out, you know, going to have more bills and all that. But we're going to see. We're going to see. That's still a whiles away in internet time. Like I don't know, like a year away, 11 months away, or whatever. So yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. But I hope everyone has a good day. Watch me code as a start. Yo, I don't know if people would be interested. I'm not that good of a coder yet. Also, got to be honest. Still have to look up a lot of documentation. Like, if I have to program something basic, I can do it. But if it like the second I have to think outside of the box, sometimes it gets tricky. But I'm on a sugar crash. Ain't gonna know for I made a TikTok with that song back in the day, but not going to talk about that. But anyways, I hope everyone has a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for the support and the interaction in the chat, because without it, I'm unable to do these live streams. So next live stream, I hope I hope you can I hope everyone participates a lot. We had a lot of participation today. Have a good night. Thank you so much, folks, and goodbye. See you in the next video or live stream. It's going to be a video because I'm posting it for tomorrow 10 a.m. All right, okay. Bye, everyone.